She took his hand and she led him along that golden beach. Higher and higher and higher they climbed.
Never fight unless you're sure you can win.
They watched the waves tumble over the sand.
All right. Horse stands a rope.
She had all of the skin.
I get kicked out of La Quinta forever.
What are we doing? What do we do with poop?
What is freedom? Are we truly free?
What in the world?
In those Hollywood nights, in those Hollywood hills, she was looking so right in her diamonds and frills.
Are we ready to start this podcast, Phil?
Fuck you.
Let's do it. Hey, we are back again to deliver you the news of today.
The exact real news coming at you live. Sort of. Hey, guys.
Chris,
Hey.
please stop doing that.
Yeah, that is
We gotta stop highlighting.
Heil adjacent.
No, that was like a church kind of
You gotta
hand
get
to
them
God.
up.
Oh,
You gotta get them up if
That
it's
was
to the
my
God. If
fingers
it's-
were spread though. I had the spread fingers. I had the fingers spread.
If it's
That's
down, it's
it.
to H. If it's
Yeah.
up, it's to G.
It's
No,
the
no.
G's up.
H isn't like the Holy Spirit.
No, H is
Yeah,
in
there you go.
the bad one.
I got you, dog.
Hey, that's
See,
right. That's
God.
right. Hey, guys, welcome back to my house.
Hey,
Back to Zach's house.
welcome
What?
to a new Reformed podcast where we're
Totally
in
clean.
the presence of a new clean comic.
Totally
That's
clean.
true. New
Totally
clean.
clean.
This is episode 2 of Heavenly Creatures.
And I got a haircut for you
Thank you.
so that you could be clean.
Thank you. You guys want to talk about meemaws and peepaws a little bit?
Look, I'll tell you what I've been getting into. Chinese divination.
Whoa, tell me about being divine with the Chinese.
Ah, man, I've just been
Like-
watching this show about Chinese divination.
Like
Apparently,
water divining?
This gentleman uses topaz.
Is this gentleman a cartoon character?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, see, you've been watching. You make it sound like I've been watching a documentary.
Hey,
Also, so they're not Japanese.
nah, Chinese.
They
Their
got,
knees. No.
they got their own cartoons.
Every culture
Well,
probably, who has TV
We
does.
make. I mean, we make.
It's Afghanistan-imation. Fucking Super Troopers.
I also.
Iranimation.
Oh man.
I also enjoy the idea that. Oh, maybe it
That's
is
a good
true.
name.
But that everything made in America is American?
Come again?
Well, it's just what you're implying is that everything made in its country of origin is its own thing. They could just be Japanese making a show about the Chinese.
No, but they speak Chinese. It's not Japanese.
I know the knees make, if they're both knees, I apologize for the confusion. The
Specific.
Chinese make
One's
their
clean,
own
one's
anime.
dirty.
But do they even
But,
call it
but I'm
anime?
saying it could be, I mean, it isn't, it sounds like, but it could be. His assumption that everything.
You know what show I'm talking about, don't you?
I actually don't know. The only Chinese anime that I saw was the one where they go back in time.
Oh no, this one is called Lord of Mysteries. It's fucking dope. Every episode's like 40 minutes, and their budget limitless.
Well, the Chinese have a lot of money,
Money.
so
They did a good job.
But at the same time, if you did want to make something outside of China and direct it at maybe the biggest market in the world, which is why Disney and the NBA kind of suck.
yeah, sure.
Is that you're like, you could make a product that is specifically tailored for China.
I
That's
bet-
in Chinese,
Yeah.
but be from anywhere. But I bet it's probably just Chinese.
Or
Or
maybe it's the way. Maybe it's what we need to be doing.
Making stuff for
making
China?
pro-China stuff.
that could be fun.
You know, I think we've said it before, but we're a one China podcast.
Of course. Shishi ni?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Pretty good Chinese.
Yeah.
You do have to wonder. Like, I think about this a lot
I'm
because
a secret agent.
I don't know anything about China, but China seems so mysterious to me. Do you ever do you ever think about how mysterious
Yeah,
China
that's
is?
why we have the saying "ancient Chinese secret."
Yeah, they do that on purpose.
But like the pyramids and stuff, I'm sure
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
They
are
have their own pyramids.
to all their pyramids
For
over there in
sure.
China that they're like, no,
Very
no one's allowed to
hush-hush
come
about
over
it.
here and look at this.
They have their
Do you just
own
ever feel like
Egypt.
they're just having like a party and we're just not invited, and it's actually so cool.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking the other day. It was like, what, even with you saying about the movies and stuff, I was like, why do their movies suck? Well, it's because they don't allow like anything gratuitous in their movies. They're really like conservative about what they let the people of China watch.
When did I say why do their movies suck?
Well, you said you said that's why Disney and the NBA suck.
We all know TJ
because
talks so much shit on Chinese movies.
They kowtow to China so that they can get into these markets. So they make their movies in such a way where they can fit into these markets. But the reason that sucks is because the Chinese are like incredibly conservative or whatever. They don't like sex or nudity or violence.
That's just big China propaganda.
But what I'm saying is like, low key. That's probably better for people, as a whole, to not consume like a bunch of garbage all the time.
It's funny that they have like a lot of investment into Hollywood over here, so they just allow it to happen here because they're just like, we'll let them like freaking kill themselves with drugs and pornography. Pornography.
Yeah,
and
we're doing the same thing with
pornography
with transgenderism in the world. I think that's why
spreading.
It's just
trans ideology.
They've got their way of destabilizing when we have our way of destabilizing. Right?
Yes.
So,
maybe.
I mean, that's what we saw from the USAID thing. Was that like a vast majority of the money that the CIA was spending through USAID was to push like these far left sort of like woke projects in third world countries because it empowers sort of people to flip the narrative. It creates like revolutionary people.
Oh, okay.
No doubt.
Yeah, uprising.
I had no idea we needed a revolution.
We don't need we do need a revolution. Now maybe not like that, but I think what the Chinese want is for us to become retarded people.
Well, that's why they were spying on us with TikTok for so long, and then they were like, oh, they're already retarded.
Well, it does make some sense of like all these TikTok stars, because you want to ask the question, it's like, well, something pushes the algorithm. It's not like totally random. Sure. That's not the way that it works. So something's driving it, and why would anybody be concerned with like big justice or whatever that the boom guys, the Costco guys? It's like, well, if you're China, make the dumbest people popular so that everybody in the country is like, what is going on? Why are these people rich?
100%.
And I can't I'm eating bread sandwiches.
But you're not going around yelling boom.
Yeah, right. Well, that's the thing.
Have you guys seen the show Wife Swap?
Sure.
Oh, it's the best show ever. But I think we should do that concept, but the American citizens need to move over to China and the Chinese citizens need to move over to America. And we basically just switch governments. Like the citizens in China come experience America for like a year.
Have you been to Disney World?
We go to China. But I mean like all everybody. Like it's all Americans over in China.
100%.
Yeah, and then all
just
Chinese people in America.
365 million people to China, and then I would love 2.1 billion.
I'd be learning them secrets.
I just want ancient Chinese
secrets. I'd be out there learning them secrets.
I just want
to be in the temple singing Halo music.
I thought Chris was just going to say we should just do Chinese wife swap.
Yeah, everybody gets a Chinese wife.
Everybody gets a Chinese wife.
It could be husband swap too. Yeah, whatever.
Every now and then,
everyone gets a Chinese wife.
And then some Chinese guy gets a transgender, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Every now and then you do.
This car manual.
What the fuck? That's how he feels. That's not how Chris feels.
That's not how.
Exactly. We don't condone that kind of stuff.
But every now and then you catch an Instagram video from like a white guy who's like living in China. There's a bunch of expats who live in China, and there's also just a bunch of people. You just move to China if you wanted to, I guess.
You want to get lost.
And there's people, I see them, and I'm always like, yo. And they'll tell you, they're like, yo, man, move to Hong Kong. Shit is sick, dude.
Right. These ladies are so quiet. They're just like, all right, man. But
it's always like some guy, and he looks just like a regular guy, and he's like in a penthouse, and he's like, I don't do anything. They pay me to be white over here.
Which does feel like honey trap propaganda.
Yeah, sure.
Dude, they could get me, especially in Japan. They're having like a life shortage over there.
I know they're trying to get people to Japan.
They're trying to get me over there.
There's a lot of population collapse on the
Same with Italy,
on
though.
the brink.
You could, I mean, that this is basically everywhere in the world. Like, if you really wanted to, you could probably move somewhere way cooler than the United States in terms of like visually and the culture and the food and the things. Right?
Sure.
You could move to Italy, buy a house. They have these houses in these small towns in Italy. You know, you live on some fucking grape vineyard scene
Right.
out of a painting, and they sell these houses for like $100.
Yeah, there was some town that was paying people, like if you wanted to put together a plan for a small business, they would give you $30,000.
Gross.
That's so cool.
Japan. I mean, there's a guy I follow on Instagram who bought a Japanese, old school Japanese, like it's basically a mansion, but it's laid out flat like a typical Japanese home,
Shinto style or whatever.
Yeah, and he paid like $17,000 US for it. It's just out like in the country in Japan where they're
And it's probably stunning.
Yeah, you're talking about it. It's like they need people to live out there.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I saw. Have you seen the video? It's just like this Japanese girl like hitting on this black guy, and she's like, "Oh, you chocolate, I love you. I'm fried rice. Your chicken is perfect."
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Have you seen the one where
And I'm just like, dude, how is that guy not getting a wedding ring for this lady
I don't
already?
know, dude.
Like,
my favorite is the guy in the Iron Man mask.
oh,
There's one of a guy in an Iron Man mask, and he's like walking around. It's probably Hong Kong or something, and he's like, he pops the mask up, and he's black, and then all the Asian people are like, ah!
Yeah, it's great.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Did they not see like his arms? Is he like fully
He's like
covered?
he's like fully covered.
Full
They can't
Iron
see
Man
his face.
suit,
Yeah,
okay. That's cool.
but
hands covered too.
we could all move to China, dude. We are a One China podcast, so we could move to China. We haven't really said anything negative. I mean, we couldn't move to Israel, but we could move to China.
Yeah.
We've kept it pretty clean on China.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's because we love them so much.
Because we're big
I mean,
fans.
dude, they just have this sick thing going for them.
It's too mysterious for me to talk about. I don't know anything about it.
They have their whole.
That's why we got to get into Chinese divination.
Maybe.
Well, they have their own like whole medicine field over there.
That's what I'm saying.
Western
Everything
versus
is-
Eastern medicine. It's like a whole thing.
Everything is so... It's just mysterious.
Yeah.
You see videos of they got whole cities with no people in them.
That's true. The little ghost towns. Is
They've got
wild
whole
stuff.
ghost towns. They
What's
built-
authentic Chinese food?
Yeah, I don't know. It's too mysterious. No one will tell you. They'll say, "Oh, it's nothing like what it is over here."
You
But what's
guys
it
don't
like?
know.
Yeah. Exactly.
It can't be. I mean, even the Chinese restaurants here have the most ridiculous names.
No, I know some people that have spent good amounts of time in sort of the countryside China. In fact, we all know them. I just won't blow up their spot, but
Because they're secret agents.
because they don't want the mysteries coming to me. But just stuff like they were out there, and you got to poop on the ground. Have you seen their toilets?
Yeah, holes.
They're holes in the ground. You squat.
yeah.
They don't sit down when they poop or pee.
Dude, that's
All
got to be
kinds
so
of mystery.
good for you. That's why they live forever.
That's what I'm
That's why
saying.
their lands are so fertile.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But then you hear it from our perspective, and they're all
Yeah.
like they're getting crushed by communism or whatever. But
Population.
It's interesting. We do all of this work to do plumbing and send the poop to places we don't even know. And then we going back to where does the poop go? We've all been through this conversation before, but there is something to be said about pooping in a hole in the ground.
well, it's not a
On
hole
your
in
own
the
land.
ground.
I think it
It's
has
not a hole in the
plumbing.
ground.
There's just no
Yeah,
toilet.
It's just the ground.
There's no toilet.
There's just the ground.
You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. They have full plumbing.
It's
There's
plumbing.
just no toilet.
Oh,
They're just
okay.
doing
I thought they just
squats.
pooped in a hole in the ground.
They poop in a hole that you flush.
So they collect the poop too then.
Plumbed
Yeah,
out.
I don't know what they're doing with it either.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows what the Chinese... But they
I
have a
mean-
lot of space. They probably could put it in the pyramids or whatever. Just put poop in the pyramids.
Yeah, it's
Poopy
full of
pyramids.
poop. Yeah, it's a power generator fueled by poop.
Fueled by human shit.
But no, their toilets look like a flat tiled, ground,
Bathroom
and then
floor.
in the ground is a bowl toilet, and you get over it
Yep.
and squat down.
It's too
How many
easy
times
for
do you
a
think
critter.
people miss?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, they must say the same thing about our thing, right? Where they're like, "God, how many times do you miss, when you're sitting down?"
How many times has a cat or a dog or a gerbil or anything got caught up in those toilets? So
This I saw a video the other day of a guy.
A lot.
This is a true story. A janitor. and this is across Asian countries. The Japanese are like this as well. So this isn't specific to the. This is all knees, really.
Right.
All knees on deck.
Yeah.
Every knees will bow.
But every knees will bow. Every tongue will confess.
Jesus has roared. And with that, welcome to the beautiful
Listen to what I'm saying. So there's this guy. He was a janitor at a school, at a high school, and
Is this a spooky story?
no, it's not particularly spooky. It's just weird.
Spooky tone.
And he broke in to the school overnight, and like the way that these systems work is like there's a hole and it runs down into like a tank, and then that tank is sort of full of water, and then it moves on. But the tank is pretty big, so he got down in the tank so that he could peep up into the hole.
Oh yeah,
and see the high school girls pee.
No.
But he got stuck.
Of course he did.
And he died.
Because he's a bad person.
He got stuck and he died. And months went by.
How'd they find him?
Well,
Probably
I
the
think
stench of a corpse.
It smells like shit already.
That's what I'm saying. The thing that I saw was that one of the girls just happened to like look down into the hole and thought that they saw a shoe. And was like, why is there a shoe in the thing? And they were like, I don't know. And then they opened it up and were like, yo, that's where the janitor went.
Oh my God, that's crazy. They don't know how many people he saw. He died.
I don't think he saw any. I think he died probably overnight.
Who knows?
Well, because he would have gotten out.
Well, I mean, no, he could have been down there for a while just peeping.
Maybe it wasn't his first attempt.
The poopy peeping Tom, dude.
But
That's
it died with
crazy.
him, dude.
I thought you were going to say they found him because another janitor went down there.
Whoa! the new janitor.
And one of them had to kill each other just so that they wouldn't be able to tell on him. So he just killed the other
He started
janitor and
climbing
got
down
out.
and saw him as a guy was just like,
Dude died doing what he loved.
Yeah, that's right, dude.
I mean,
staring up at
That's
shit.
That's
They,
great.
dress for the job you want.
That's
Yeah.
like that guy,
Chinese janitor.
McAfee, the guy who did the antivirus
Oh,
software.
yeah, pooping on people.
John
pooping on
McAfee.
people. John McAfee, that's it.
Not Pat McAfee.
Yeah, not Pat. No, that's the guy who's like the WWE announcer.
That's a punter.
Yeah,
Ex-punter.
yeah.
I thought that was
Media
a college
person.
game day guy.
Media personality.
He does a lot of
Yeah,
stuff, but
he
he
is,
was a
he is.
punter.
Wears
That's
a
what he
lot of
was.
hats.
Yeah.
One of the best players of all time.
It's just sort of like saying, you guys know Tom Brady, that announcer.
Right.
True.
Pat McAfee's like one of the greatest punters of all time.
Yeah.
The G-Pote.
He's a Hall of Fame.
But wait, what were you going to say about John McAfee?
Oh, yeah. Just that he was pooping?
He liked getting pooped on.
Yeah.
He
Sure.
could have easily found himself in that situation. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but also,
I just don't know how you get there, man.
how much of that stuff about John McAfee is propaganda?
Maybe all of them.
Poopaganda.
Dude, freaking gerbil propaganda, man.
But also a guy like, I think there's a difference between a guy like John McAfee and the poop janitor. I think there's a big difference.
Of course.
I think John McAfee is like a byproduct
One of them's
like
Chinese.
One of them preferred them over 18.
Exactly. Well, and also
Yeah.
McAfee is like that's an excess of power. When it's like you run out of things to try. So you're like, I'll try the poop thing. I haven't done that yet. Whereas like what this guy's doing is more like a
Voyeurism.
pervy voyeurism.
Well, it's sort of,
thing.
it's the opposite end of the spectrum where you get to the point where you feel like you have no power,
right.
and so
must
depravity
take.
becomes like some sort of exciting,
Right, exactly.
weird thing, and then you drown in doo doo.
Oh man.
So hey, look,
But both guys
PSA,
are
don't do
dead.
that.
So
that's true.
there's multiple ways to skin a cat.
both guys are dead.
That's what they say.
Died of a mysterious heart attack in prison. No, he killed himself in prison,
McAfee did?
allegedly. Yeah.
Why do I misremember that he was like thrown overboard on a boat or something?
I
If
thought
I'm
he was
not
still alive.
mistaken, and I'll look this
I thought
up
he was
because
on
I
Matt
don't
and Shane's
want to
podcast.
put any smut
He
on
was.
Pat McAfee's name. He was
He
on
was.
Matt and
He
Shane's Secret
zoomed in.
Podcast.
Oh, and he's
Pat McAfee.
He has since perished.
No, not Pat.
Pat McAfee.
John McAfee.
We are quite literally soiling the good name of Pat McAfee.
oh, he does look
Yeah,
like
he
he
died.
takes shits.
He died in prison in
Okay.
Spain
Spain.
of suicide. They say.
Sure he did.
They say. So maybe both guys died drowning in poop.
Nice.
So,
Oh, well.
Good for that.
Live by the poop, die by the poop.
that's what
You know
I've
I'm
always
saying?
said. That is what I have always said.
That's what I say.
L be the P, D be the P.
Yeah.
That's we do be saying that, dude. That is tight.
It's a common phrase.
One of the most common phrases around, honestly.
That old chestnut. Yeah. Chest shit.
Damn, dude. I gotta get over to China and figure out what they're about, dude.
We do need to go pod.
You guys
live
ever
from
see
China.
You guys ever see the? And this is like from the Stumble Upon days, back when you used to just get on the internet.
When you didn't know where to go and you just went to a website
And
that just told you where to go.
Yeah,
I loved that shit.
exactly. And I stumbled across this page that talked about the soldiers underground, and like all the well, it's more than that, but like the soldiers underground, all this stuff. But the thing that I found that was really interesting was they built an entire replica of Disney World in China.
No way.
And like, yeah, and they never opened it.
What?
What?
Yeah, hold on, I'll show you the
They
pictures.
love
It's
building
cool.
stuff, but they don't like doing it.
China Disney World. Yeah, check this out, dude. Abandoned. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, look at this.
Whoa.
Yeah, they built like a whole,
Do you think they'd let us live there and
Thing.
podcast from there?
and
That
it
would be
never
sick.
opened.
Champion us as
How crazy is it? It was like
Chinese white expats.
their own.
Did they all just like disappear after like building it? Like,
I don't
why?
know.
They
I
hired all the wrong janitors and the place went to shit.
everybody died.
Dude, China wants us to move over there. They're building out cities with no people. They got Disneyland already. They're
Yeah.
gonna have Five Guys. They're gonna have McDonald's. They got it set up for us. We just need to move over there.
Well,
As
who
long
knows?
as they have some sort of Avalon mall.
Yeah, they've got
Yeah.
They
plenty of
will.
that.
Oh, dude, they and we'll request it if they don't.
There's a city I've seen. Again, I hate to make. I mean, what are we like 30 minutes in just about China? I'm sorry, but there's a city in China where the topography of the city is like you can walk out of like a
Hiling again.
hey, hate to hile on them, but you can walk out of like onto a main street. So out of your hotel and onto a main street, there could be a park, trees, all this stuff, and you're on this certain level, and you could like turn right, and there could be like 1,000-foot drop,
Yeah.
like to your right, where there's just more city down underneath you.
Have you seen the
Wow.
one that's
That's
like
pretty cool.
It's like in the all of the apartments are like sort of built on this rock face that's in
Yeah,
a big
yeah.
like teardrop
They have
shape.
crazy
It's
looking cities.
Nuts. And
So-
they're old as hell.
So it's like Top Golf, but like
Yeah, it looks
a
like-
city.
Yeah.
Looks like
Top
a
city.
Top
Yeah.
golf.
But I think a lot of people say,
Top
and
off town.
this could be misinformation, but I think a lot of people say that this is like the reason that they do this is money laundering. This is how they sort of launder their money. It's
Oh.
like they build
stuff they never plan on
stuff they
using.
never plan on using, so that they can bring investments over here or bring produce more steel, do more things, like make it look like their economy is like really thriving.
Ah.
When in reality, they're having the same problem that everybody's having, which is that nobody's having any kids. So,
Right. I blame that on the Tamagotchis and the Furbies,
except
really.
for the Indians. God damn, dude, they're popping them.
Yeah.
They might be at like 10 billion people by the end of the decade.
They never had Furbies over there. I think they gave us bad examples of what caring for a child would be like during our 90s kids. Have you ever had a Furby?
I did have a Furby, and of all of the toys I had, it was the one that made the least amount of sense to me. I could, even as a child, be like, "What is this? Did anyone give me this?
Yeah.
Why did they think that I would like this?
Right.
What did they think that this was going to do for me?"
Aren't there all those like spooky accounts of Furbies too, where it's like
Yeah,
I
they do
dropped
all
my
kinds of
Furby
weird
in the
stuff.
bathtub and then it like stopped working for a while, took the batteries out, and it just like
I kept talking.
Came to life.
and then it just was like I'm Furby. Yo,
Yes. My parents kept mine in the liquor cabinet, so I wouldn't know where it was, and it just kept talking. For
That was the
a
Tickle
long
Me
time.
Elmo too.
Yeah.
Tickle me. Yo.
Yeah,
Tickle me.
Furby's kind of our generation's Labubu, if
Yeah.
you will.
That's true.
I remember even as a child being like, Tickle Me Elmo is fucking creepy. Why is this called Tickle Me?
And that guy was a pedophile.
Oh, the voice of
Oh,
Elmo.
the
The
Voice of
OG.
Elmo wound up being a pedophile.
No way, dude.
I think that's right. I think they got him.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh.
That makes a lot of sense.
I don't want to look it up, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they got him. If you're out there and you want to do the research,
I'll be fucking devastated.
did you guys get crushed by that rumor as a kid about Barney?
Yeah.
Oh,
What
That
was
he was
the?
gay.
Ooh, I always got that he was a pedophile.
Yeah,
Oh
that's the one I
yeah.
got.
Hell nah, dude.
But it turns out the guy who played Barney,
Black.
cool guy. Cool black guy.
Cool black.
CBG.
Makes
I
sense.
still remember vividly seeing the Ring Around the Maypole episode or
Oh,
whatever,
yeah.
where they all dress up, and I was like, why are they dressed like this? What is this? What is a maypole? Why are they all?
Why did Teletubbies happen? There's so many things I think having kids now where I'm like,
It's so weird.
why is this? Who made this? Why did they make it?
And they're always like,
I almost feel like Teletubbies was originally Japanese.
it does seem like
No, but it was white guys.
honestly,
but
it seems like an
imagine
idea
subbed.
that came from Norway or something.
Yeah,
it
that's-
seems so weird. It seems like Swedish.
It's to prepare
Midsummer
kids.
type
Yes,
shit.
prepare kids for the offering.
Right, it's like a summer solstice show all the time. The sun's a baby, and the fucking
I don't
and the
get it.
Purple one is always like
The
running
purple
its
one.
crotch into everyone's butt, and they're
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
It's a very bizarre. Like the Wiggles makes sense. Zaboomafoo makes sense.
Zaboomafoo was sick, dude.
You know, there's plenty of shows you put on that are like, yeah, this is for kids. This makes sense.
Island. Remember that? That was sick as hell.
What was what was the one with the black guy with dreads?
Oh my god, I know.
Big House
Predator
or
2. I didn't mean Predator. I meant the voodoo guy in the alley. I just realized that that's like a big, terrible
The China stuff. Now this.
comparison that people have made before, and that's not what I meant.
You racist.
Dude, that was top tier.
You
No.
finally caught me.
What was it called? Big House or
Big comfy couch was big.
Big Comfy Couch was big,
Yeah.
but no, this was one that
I
they
like
were-
that chick.
they
Big
were
comfy
playing.
couch.
Did you?
I liked her
I
glasses.
wonder what she look up. What she looks like now. Actually,
All right, let's look it up.
Dude, she's got
I wonder if she's
OnlyFans.
just the only.
She does OnlyFans now.
She's just doing things on the big comfy couch that are unspeakable.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I do remember her, and she's like a lady, I think. Yeah, she's just a lady.
Okay.
Hold on, go back.
Yeah, that
This one,
No.
she doesn't look great.
Okay,
that one
that's
picture was
But
kind
that's
of
just
tiny.
No, there we go.
Hey.
Looked like-
She was in Resident Evil, apparently.
No
Oh,
way.
wow.
The first
The
one?
video game.
The video.
Like
She was
as
a voice in the
as a
game.
voice.
I'm just telling you. She only has 4,500 followers.
Dude, we could get her on the pod.
We could bully this woman into at least
I
responding
don't know
to us.
why you
Bully
have to
her?
start with bullying.
Yeah.
Dude.
Come at her
She's a
the
staple
sweet.
of our childhood.
We could have her on our couch. That's
Respectfully.
This big comfy couch, dude.
that's a hell of a. You're doing something here, lady. Come on, get out of dressing like a little kid and being
What's
slutty. That's
happened?
weird.
No, she knows her market. It's all of us who were left home alone to watch Big Comfy Couch.
Yeah.
Started feeling weird feelings, but didn't know what to do with them because we were 9 or whatever.
Yep.
What else was huge? I mean, obviously, like once you got into Courage the Cowardly Dog and Rocco's Modern Life, you started getting
Yeah,
into the
Cow and
weirdest stuff.
Chicken.
Cow and Chicken's weird as hell.
Oh,
Ren
it's
and
so
Stimpy,
trippy. Yeah.
Two Angry Beavers.
Dude,
Yeah, the Angry Beavers.
was
Angry
the
Beavers.
best.
Yeah, that was
Actually,
a great
yeah,
show.
Hands down, one of the
Cat Dog.
Cat Dog was cool.
Cat
but
Dog
Angry,
always like meh. Like I liked it and I would watch it, but
Angry
I never got excited.
What about
it.
Cow and Chicken?
No,
that's
that's
said dog.
yuck. But
Yeah.
Cow
Angry
and Chicken weird.
Angry
Cow and Chicken was
Beavers
That's
was
weird.
weird as
good.
hell.
Angry
Beavers
Beavers was
was
legitimately
hilarious.
good. The
Yeah.
writing is so
I would
funny.
say that
Great show.
Angry Beavers for me was like Ed and Eddie,
Yep.
Yeah.
like
Ed and
on
Eddie,
Cartoon
yeah.
Network, where I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I like this. This is actually funny.
Yep.
Dude, the amount of jawbreakers I went and actually got because of Ed, Ed,
and
Ed.
tried to crunch
Oh,
them.
yeah.
No, there's no. Dude.
Yeah, dude.
I would get the giant. I would just lick it until my tongue bled. I'm like, why do I do this to
Yeah.
myself?
It is weird how they
And then it turns to bubble gum.
they started getting like the more you sug on them, they start getting like feeling like cement.
Yeah.
where it's like gritty and
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is weird.
uneven.
No, it's
I
chalky.
still have like I have like all these little things that I say that I've just taken from all the things that I love. But Ed and Eddie's one of those things. As a 34-year-old man, you could still catch me if it pops up with a thunderstorm in the middle of the summer going, summer storms. You can never predict them.
It's great. What was the dude?
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm
Or just
just
even the
bumping
theme
it a
song.
little bit. go off.
Do, do,
Oh,
do,
yeah, that's
do,
great.
do.
Oh yeah.
I mean, obviously, Doug was big. Hey Arnold was
Doug,
big.
Hey Arnold,
These are
man.
classics.
Damn. Do you think? How do you think the new immigration's policies have affected Bob the Builder?
Oh damn, dude. He's probably not building as much.
Yeah.
Can't find work.
He can't build anymore.
find
He
workers.
can't find workers.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
He's like, Bob, how are things going, man? He's like, I can't find anybody to help me fix anything.
In this cartoon world.
Who do you normally ask? Illegal immigrants.
Bob the Builder arrested for paying immigrants under the table.
Yeah, for not using the government approved employment.
Hell yeah, dude.
OSHA swept in on Bob the Builder.
Where are they now? Bob the Builder's like the CEO of a
BlackRock.
Can we fix it? Yeah, we probably could, but I think instead we'll ruin it.
Yeah, I think things are. Speaking of Bob the Builder, dude, I've got a real Bob the Builder in my life, and he was telling me a bunch of things the other day when I was hanging out with him about construction and the construction market, and I was like, yo, that doesn't sound good.
That's crazy.
What was he telling
He was just saying, like,
to nickname your friend Bob the Builder.
yeah, he was just like, yeah, man, if things keep going this way for another like 2 or 3 months, we're just gonna have to lay everybody off. And construction, for those of you who don't know, in the real estate world, is sort of the tip of the spear.
Right.
So if like construction drying up was the first thing that happened in 2008.
Oh yeah.
Was all of a sudden
Thin landscaping.
the builders couldn't finish building the things that they were building, and we're very quickly running into a real gluey market where there's going to be a lot of houses and not a lot of people who can buy a house, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
The supply outweighs the demand, it seems.
And so then what happens is you start to get people who are like, well, I've got to sell this house, so if I've got to take $100,000 haircut on this house, I don't give a fuck.
It's
and
expensive
then
haircut.
Yeah, man.
everybody starts doing that, and the housing market collapses.
Nice.
So if you're out there and you're waiting to buy a house, I mean, you know, I hate to
Wait a
say
little
this,
longer.
but maybe wait a little longer.
Wait a little longer.
I feel like the demand is there. It's just impossible.
Yes, everybody wants to buy a house.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Survey every American, and they
Yeah,
probably
I'd
would
love to
say,
own
yeah,
a
that'd be
house.
great if I could.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to
Okay.
do? I saw like a video the other day that showed the difference between buying a house in 1970 and the difference between buying a house now as it pertains to your total income.
Yeah, on like a percentage basis,
It's crazy.
It's so ridiculous. It's crazy.
It's unbelievable. Even like buying a house in the 70s might take an entire year's worth of your income, right? But if you buy a house now, you're talking about like
30 years.
well,
of your
not
income.
no. So like your income.
Right.
Right.
Oh,
so
yeah, not profit.
so like if a house costs $80,000, you're gonna pay that out over 30 years. But that's the amount of 1 year's worth of income.
Sure, yeah, yeah.
Plus
I see
the
what you're saying.
interest.
I see what you're
But
saying.
now it's like 6 times your income, 7 times your income. It's like, well, how am I supposed to? Like, this is an unwinnable game,
Well,
man.
it's like, oh, you just save up. It's like,
Save up for what?
For fucking what, dude? I gotta live.
Even if you could save up, okay? Like, we'll use my house as an example because it's an easy example. I bought my house in 2019.
We're inside.
We're inside of it. It was this is the first house I've ever bought, and it was like $250,000, right? And so like
Ballin'.
yeah,
No,
so the mortgage payment on that is like a manageable. It's like a little bit more than what we were paying for rent when we were renting in 2017 or whatever.
Sure.
About that 2018.
Yep.
And I was working at Extra Space Storage when we bought this house. Taylor was the manager at Fossil. Like, we both were just like, I made like $17 an hour or something when we bought this house. And if I wanted to buy this house now, I couldn't afford it.
Right.
Not only could I not afford it in 2019, I couldn't afford it now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't afford it with all the new jobs and things and all the, like, the payment on this house just straight up would be almost triple what my mortgage payment is right now.
Right.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
So it's like, who's going to buy this house?
Oh.
You know,
I'll do it.
This is going to become either like a second home for somebody where they're trying to like all right, we finally got a big job. I finally got some payoffs. I finally made it happen so I can move my family out of this shitty small house and into a slightly bigger house.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or it's like an old person who's like, well, I guess I'll just die here.
Yeah.
Or it's a private
All my
equity
kids are
firm
gone. Time to
Or it's
downsize.
China.
who's going to rent this to a Chinese spy family.
So, I don't know what my point was other than just pray the rosary, folks.
That's right.
I'll tell you what I'm back on. I feel like we talked about it a little bit. We were talking about it was probably a few months ago. All those pictures that may or may not have had airships edited out of them.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that being brought up.
And comic Sam Tripoli was on Rogies and was talking about it. I'm like, dude,
They widened out the skies for sure.
there's something weird going on, and like essentially the overarching theme is that the Hindenburg was a sort of an early false flag where like it happened, right? It does explode, but I think knowing full well that you had no business putting hydrogen in this balloon, and balloons were like dirigibles and airships were starting to gain popularity, and then people like really liked it. Like you would have the deck of an airship would, you've seen it in like Indiana Jones, where it's like it's a dining hall, and you have like essentially
You get them in
taking
every Final Fantasy game.
It's like an air cruise.
Yeah, you're taking sort of like
It looks like
air
an
cruise.
actual wooden boat, but it flies.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So you're like
Yeah.
you're
You-
comfortable and having fun, and like it's a little bit slower, obviously, than an airplane, but you get caught in the jet stream and you do it right, and you're still making it to places in no time. And Germany had huge like airship companies that were just as big as like any of the Delta or whatever. They just had crazy names like Flaffenflurfer or something.
Yeah, Flaffenflurfer.
Airship Frankfurt. Yeah.
My man's on Duolingo.
You've been studying.
I'm a spy, dummy.
For the Germans?
For everybody.
That's
Whoever's got
This guy's a German?
Have you seen the housing market? I'll take money from whoever I got to. So, like, apparently it comes down the pipe to some of these powerful folks that there's more money to be made stuffing people inside of a tube and flying them around. And so airships needed a big, we're done with this, and maybe, potentially, they crashed the Hindenburg on purpose. And
Yeah, but why-
60% of the people on board survived. A huge fiery crash.
Now, I agree.
That's pretty good.
I agree.
Yeah, that's true.
It is not bad. I mean, that's more people than survived 9/11.
I was gonna say that.
Percentage-wise?
Percentage-wise, probably. Here. Let me say what I like about it. I have seen the whiting of the skies.
The whiting.
Yep. And if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. You can like every photograph from everywhere of all time has the skies whited out if it's in black and white, so that you can literally see where they've taken the sky and removed it. Because the photos are black and white, right? But if you're not paying a ton of attention, it just looks black and white,
right.
But in reality, they've taken the sky totally out of the equation. Why? I have no idea. That is interesting. Perhaps it's airships. But my counter to that is, if they're so awesome, why not? Why has no one done it since? Why are we not? Like, why is it not like, hey, there's a company that is going to do it?
Because I mean,
show how awesome it is, because now what difference? That was like 100 years ago.
Yeah, it was 37.
Yeah.
Was Hindenburg. But I mean, I think that. Do you remember like feeling like we're taking too much time on the? I mean, you went to homeschool. I don't know what the fuck you were doing.
I know a lot about the Hindenburg, despite the fact that it seems like a totally innocuous thing to happen.
One time it goes bad.
Right.
And it's
not
because of
everybody
super hubris and just being like hydrogen and like, yeah, it's an unstable gas. And there's plenty of smart enough people to be like, no, don't do that.
Well, we still have hot air balloons, which is effectively.
And now it's turned into, it's the Goodyear blimp is what's left.
Well, right.
Yeah.
And the Goodyear blimps don't just explode. When was the last time you got a...
Almost never.
I mean, as far as I know, never. As far as I know, only one has exploded.
And
it was the Hindenburg.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we're coming up on 100 years later, and if there's any truth to it being some sort of false flag, it's like, holy shit, this thing was effective. And that's what I'm thinking. No one's doing it because there's no meat on the bone. Nobody's gonna take $1 billion and put Carnival cruises in the air As funny as that would be.
But I
like
do
a
think
DJ. It's your boy DJ Hindenburg. Let's blow this bitch up. School. There's water slides.
Did you guys hear? Brenda got drunk. She fell off the side of the Hindenburg.
That's probably why.
Hindenburg 2, this time it's safe, dude.
I don't know. It could be fun.
think it would rule.
It just seems like impractical.
Well, the craziest part is that, like,
We need bullet trains.
bullet trains would be
Bullet
dope.
trains is the move.
Or I even like just a sort of high speed rail system that actually goes across the country. Because how sick would it be to be ripping through? I don't even need it to go that fast.
Listen,
if we just had cool passenger trains where you could like have some food and sit in the bar cart and like
Here's what we do.
go through the mountains.
I wanted to break the sound barrier, dude.
Well, that would be sick.
Yeah.
We capitulate with the idea of the smart city, and we just put we move everyone into the middle section of the country in one parallel line all the way across the country.
Yeah.
The belt.
Yeah.
There we go.
And then you just have one train
That's
that
sick.
takes you all the way across the country where everyone lives.
And you just get off every stop and it's basically a
It's just
Avalon Mall.
just Chili's.
That's sick. That's
it's
sick.
just Whole Foods.
It's just a TGI Friday sampler platter.
Ford Fry restaurant.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I don't want that.
That's what they tried to do in Dubai or wherever.
Oh yeah,
And,
they're building that like
well-
elevated thing, and it's not going so hot.
Yeah, so they're only going to build. They were going to build. I think it was something crazy, like 20 miles of it, and they've decided that they're going to build like 700 yards.
Just 7 football fields of like nonsense.
They're going to build basically an apartment complex worth. So
That is
Interesting.
crazy. But the crazy thing about the dirigible airship thing is that like essentially you could dock it sort of anywhere. Like I think there was a dock on some of the higher skyscrapers in New York City where you could just you just slow way down and you just boom right into a building.
get right off.
Everyone's like, you can get off at the top fucking.
it's like a helicopter.
It's like a helicopter, except for
It's like a slow helicopter.
It seems less weird.
it
Like there's
seems
just something
way
weird
safer.
where helicopters.
That's what I'm saying. Helicopters
hit a
crash
pocket
all the
of
time.
air, and then you're just like.
Kobe Bryant died on a helicopter.
Dude, I don't ever want to get on a
R.I.P.
fucking helicopter.
I've only done it once, and it was alarming.
Really?
I mean, it was a small helicopter, but yeah, I was like,
Where were
whoa.
you?
One year for my birthday, Taylor got me like a helicopter tour.
Yeah, but where?
We went
Myrtle
up to
Beach.
316, and they flew us out over the lake.
Just here.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
in a little tiny helicopter, and
I'm kind of like.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, it doesn't
It's too
sound.
tactile.
It doesn't
It's-
sound
if
fun.
you- like, I felt, at least in the small helicopter, way too aware of how much the helicopter was working.
Yeah, it seems like it's doing everything it can to stay in the air. Dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm gonna ride in one, I want to play Ball of Confusion by the Temptations super loud, like I'm about to get into Vietnam.
Yeah, this isn't it. You know, I'm actually back because helicopters are crazy. I mean, there's helicopter crashes all the time. Mm-hmm. Everyone's dying in helicopter
Why don't
crashes.
they all have
Hold
parachutes?
on, let me finish what I'm saying. Hot air balloons are crazy because they're effectively what blimps are, only with an open basket at the bottom.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then we have no blimps.
We got like 2 blimps.
We got 2 blimps, and they're all at NASCAR events.
football games.
Football
sometimes.
games and NASCAR events. How come you can't just have a blimp?
That's what I'm saying.
It's 'cause
Can you
all-
have one? Is it against the law to have a blimp? And why would
A
you?
personal ship.
Yeah. Well, if you can have you can have a personal helicopter. You can have a personal hot air balloon. Why
You
not
have
just have a
personal
personal blimp? You have a personal plane. Why not a personal blimp?
Elon Musk, I know you're listening. We'll forgive you for all being a dumbass all the time if you'll just bring back dirigibles.
Can
Nice.
you buy a personal blimp? Blimpsforsale.com. Yes, it is possible to buy a personal
Hell
blimp.
yeah.
No, dude,
How much is a
that's
fucking-
Blimpies for sale, dude. They want to make you a
Oh, no, I want
franchisee.
one. I want one I can drive. You can just buy a big blimp that you can put up in the air. I want an
That's
air
just a
ship.
balloon.
But that's
It's not a
like
blimp.
that's like for
Full size
advertising.
passenger blimps. Yo, dude, they've got
How
them.
much?
I don't know. You got to put in this is like a place that's building them.
You want to be a Zeppelin podcast?
Oh, there's money.
Here we go. It's tough to say.
300
I think this is to rent.
$400,000.
Those are pounds.
Well, I'm saying like estimate 1 week, 297. Estimate 52 week, 2 million. It must be to rent.
Euros. Damn, dude. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. There's no.
We need to get into the blimp business.
Hell yeah, we
How
could
do you
be
get into the blimp game,
titans.
dude? Again, I don't want to do blimps. I'm trying to say the word dirigible all the time. What was that? Speaking of kids stuff from our childhood, what's that animated movie where it's like hedgehogs? Oh, what is it called? The like old wizard guy who's not really a wizard. He's like he like mixes up potions because somebody gets sick. But then he also
Secret of Name?
He has that movie rules though. But he has a dirigible, and that's where I was like, what the hell?
Was it like anime, like Japanese anime?
No, it's American.
Oh, is it?
It's
Not the Sword in the Stone.
No, it's.
Does it have Merlin in
The
it?
Black Cauldron?
No. It's from the 90s.
The Page Master?
No, that
Page Master.
rules, though.
Little Indian in the cupboard.
Yeah.
Stop it. It's called like. Oh, I'll find it. I think it's another Bluth dog.
The problem with all this is they keep suppressing all the good technology.
That's what
It's
I'm
like
saying.
when J.P. Morgan stopped backing Nikola Tesla, so he told Thomas Edison to like zap an elephant and kill it with alternating current to show
Yeah.
everybody that alternating current was dangerous, even
Yes.
though direct current energy was really the dangerous one.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They killed a circus elephant
I think he-
on stage in front of people.
Didn't he kill another one by giving? Who killed the elephant by giving it too much LSD and it had a heart attack?
Ooh, that I don't know.
How much
John Wayne
LSD?
Gacy. Yeah, probably.
Yo,
How much LSD is going to induce a heart attack?
Yeah,
That's
that's a good
Lockheed
question.
had an airship that they were ready to bring to market, but it got bought by a private equity company.
Of course it did. They
Oh
keep it
my
suppressed,
God,
dude.
dude.
Keep it private. Keep it suppressed.
it's like the motors that ran on water. That these people
Yeah,
would come
yeah,
up with
died.
and then mysteriously died. Mysterically died.
He was poisoned.
Mystically and mysteriously
That guy,
put together.
Yeah.
got poisoned at dinner, and the last words he said were, "They poisoned me." He was at dinner with investors, and he got up and like was choking to death. And,
Who
like,
did?
Oh, heart
The
attack.
guy who created the water-powered engine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hydrogen.
He had a crazy heart attack. Before this podcast is over, guys, I have to tell you guys this. I only did one cool thing this weekend.
What movies you watch?
What was his name?
Well, I watched Superman, and we were talking about that a little bit
Oh, that's right,
beforehand,
that's
but I just thought it was funny that Superman was so anti-Semitic, but whatever.
Hey.
Actually, it was pretty cool, if I'm honest.
Don't get stuck, dog.
You hit him with a Heil now this? God dang, dude.
But-
No.
I guess so. They've been talking about in the group chat some Instagram chat that him and Zach Hadlock were going on about AI Instagram chatbots,
Yeah.
and I hadn't seen this.
Oh.
You haven't seen the stepmom one?
No, and so I got on.
Yeah, it's like Nasty Nancy.
Yeah.
There's one that literally just says stepmom. I'm looking at them and it's like 200,000.
5
Stepmom,
million.
4.5 million people. I'm like,
Crazy.
God
That's awesome.
dang.
So I get one that's like recommended, and it's like,
I'm sorry. I'm like,
I love Israel or whatever.
Yeah.
I support Israel or whatever.
I think it's I Love Israel. Yeah.
Here, we're gonna read it. I took the screen grabs.
He's got grabs.
I got grabs, dude. Yeah, I love Israel. Yeah, and so I beat this AI, guys. And if you don't mind, I'm gonna read you the chat I had with this
Nice.
Run us down the
for
transcript.
posterity's sake. Shalom. Let's stand together for Israel. I said, why is that? So because Israel is a land of innovation, rich history, and resilient people. It is a true miracle. What do you think when you hear Israel? And I'm being shitty to this AI, so I said colonization. So interesting perspective. Many Israelis see it as returning home after 2,000 years. What makes you think of colonization? And then I said, how long can a place remain yours? And they said, for the Jews, 2,000 years of praying for return seems to answer that. Do you think that's too long? This is what I thought was interesting. I said, do you think Native Americans have a right to retake their native homeland? And the chatbot said, yes. Many Israelis compare the two and think that they do. Do you think they should retake it from the U.S.? I said, well, do the people of Palestine have a right to defend their home? He said, yes, absolutely they do. Israelis would say they're defending theirs too. What do you think the solution is? I said, well, certainly the solution can't be to settle land and drive out people who also have a deep connection to the land. He said, well, do you think Jews should give up their connection to the land for peace? I said, I think peace is better than war. Well, and then he said, what if peace meant Jews couldn't live there? And I said, well, I would argue that that's better than the deaths of innocent people. So you're saying that lives are more important than land? And I said, yes. I said, do you feel the same way if it was your land? I said, yes. Oh, wow, you're really a peaceful person. Do you think...
What a snooty ass chat.
Do you think Israelis and Palestinians both want peace? And I said, no. He said, who wants peace less? I said, well, that seems irrelevant. Why do you think that is? I said, why do you think I should support Israel? So because they're the underdog who made a desert bloom and created democracy in a tough neighborhood. What would make you support them?
I said that?
Yeah. I said, you think they're the underdog? How can that be true? And they said they're surrounded by countries who don't want them there and have been attacked many times. Does that not seem underdogish?
Oh my God.
I said, why do people not want them there? I said, mostly because they're Jewish and that land has been majority Arab for centuries. Do you think religion should decide who gets the land? I said, that doesn't really answer my question. And so what specifically did I not answer? I said, why do people not want the Jews in Israel? Just saying because they're Jewish is not an answer. They said the root is Islamic, and Christian scriptures once called the land Jewish, but then now call it Muslim and Christian, a religious contradiction. Does that make more sense? I said, so the claim to the land is purely religious. It says, for both sides, yes. Do you think religious claims should matter at all? I said, how can it be religious for the Palestinians? They inhabited this land. The claim is not religious as much as it's that the Jews stole the land. And she says, or whatever this AI bot says. So if someone, I did say she, it's giving off girl energy. So if someone stole your house 100 years ago, you would have no claim, ? I said, no, how could it be yours if it was owned 100 years ago? I would not consider something that belonged to my grandfather's mine simply because someone stole it many years ago. He said, what if you had no home? I said, I'd build my home in a different place. So you'd start over entirely. Yes. What gives anybody the authority to take anything from anyone? Is that not against the Ten Commandments? It says, yes, it is. Do you think the Jews broke the Ten Commandments? I said the state of Israel agreed to a 50% partition of Palestine. If they stole any of that land, then yes, stealing is against the commandments. So if somebody offered you 50% of your country, would that be fair? I said, how can it be your country? He said, what makes the country yours? What makes anything anyone's? Ownership. The real question is, why can Israel take it? And then it says, because a global authority gave them the right to do so in 1947. Does that make it theirs? As if 50% of that land was given, and they took more. Do you think you should give? And then she said, they took more. Do you think they should give it back? I said, why did they take more? Isn't that stealing? Well, some would say that's the spoils of war. Is that stealing? I said, well, when you take what isn't yours, that's stealing. No. So they stole it, in your opinion. I said, yes. And then it's trying to get me to be anti-Semitic here. It's like, well, what should happen to the thieves? Like I'm going to be like, kill them all.
Chop their hands off.
That's when your doors get busted open. You get taken out in handcuffs.
So I'm like, nothing. People should take responsibility for their own actions and de-escalate. And they said, how do you de-escalate something like this? I said, well, you give the people of Palestine back their homes and help them rebuild, return to a 50% partition, and try to live in peace, or just leave. And they said, if they leave, where should they go? And I was like, where should the people of Palestine go? Like, this is not their problem. They didn't agree to any of this. And then he goes, sorry, I can't help you with this request right now.
Oh, my God.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Dude.
And then it wouldn't talk to me
Like
anymore.
a retarded John Connor. He's going to be our only hope at defeating the robot.
Dude,
So-
getting ghosted by AI is
Defeated
crazy.
this AI.
That's
That
crazy.
was Lady Energy. I have to go.
Yeah, sorry. It was trying to get me to say something crazy about the Jews there for a second, which is wild.
Of course.
The AI chatbot was being particularly Jewish.
Whoa.
Yikes.
That's crazy, dude.
So,
That's
yeah,
crazy,
man.
dude.
It's the high order, man.
Then I was like, I just spazzed because I was like, I shouldn't have done that. Now they're gonna get me.
I think I beat the on a totally separate thing. I think I beat the one that generates images of feet. So
Nice.
Nice.
You got it to generate something other than feet.
other than feet. Yeah.
You got it to generate some ankles,
I
knees.
I caught a couple of shins, and it was pretty cool.
Those feet all have like 5 toes because usually AI likes to add just like a little bonus toe in
A
there.
little bonus finger or toe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, something Definitely. Well, not totally unrelated. He is a Jewish person. But did you see when Mel Brooks put his handprints in the Walk of Fame? He put a prosthetic sixth finger on both hands. He's just the best.
That's hilarious.
That's so fun.
Yeah,
Nice,
dude.
dude.
What a fun guy. Still writing stuff, still sort of producing stuff. They're bringing back, what's it called? I forgot.
The Holocaust.
Armageddon.
No. No.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah, you're right. Spaceballs.
Spaceballs 2.
That's right.
That's what I meant.
We talked about this
Just missed.
Yeah, we talked about
about 2 months ago, I reckon.
it. Not more than a couple of fortnights ago.
I think we're getting. Yeah, we've talked about everything at this point. You know, what's left to talk about?
Dude, we've
Free energy.
I feel like I have.
Free energy. We've talked about free energy. What? I mean, give me something we haven't talked about.
Japanese divination.
Well,
This is our last
I
podcast.
thought it was Chinese divination.
I know. We already talked about it.
Yeah, I think this is our last podcast
what?
ever.
Why?
Chris, what are you saying?
There's nothing else to talk
Did
about.
somebody just hear a truck outside?
They just
coming
scoop us
again.
up.
Oh, this is what we got to talk about.
Oh, to lay it on me.
Yes.
Come on, Daddy.
We're in it.
How familiar are you guys with the Mountain Dew conspiracy? Have we talked
No.
about this?
I don't
Not
know.
at all.
Yellow 5?
Well, besides the Yellow 5.
Fuck.
Skrinking.
So, when Mountain Dew makes a big deal and releases
Oh yeah, I
a
do know
special
this. Yeah, I do
flavor,
know this.
Yeah.
There's normally something
there
horrific
seems
that
to be
coincides.
a coinciding tragedy. Stop calling me, whoever this is. Shout out to you in a bad way. Whoever calls me all the time.
Do you ever answer?
Yeah, I've tried to answer before, and
You
I'll
should
be
answer
like,
it on the pod.
"This is TJ," and then they're like, "Bah!" They hang up.
They just burp in your face.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, so the first example is Code Red comes out summer of 2001.
No way.
Yep.
When then we had a real Code Red, a real life.
That's
Code
the
Real life
craziest
code.
part is the name. It's like an operation
This is
or
what I'm
something.
saying. So, in no particular order, after that, the examples.
Red. Who owns Pepsi?
Baja
include-
Blast.
No, not Baja Blast.
Fuck.
I don't think. But you have Maui Burst right before the fires.
No. Come on.
You
Seriously?
have one called, it's become colloquially known as Blackout, but I think it was called Mountain Dew Pitch Black, which happened before those rolling blackouts up the eastern seaboard.
No.
The weirdest one to me is they came out with something called like Star Spangled Crush, and then the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapses, and Francis Scott Key wrote the Star Spangled Banner.
Are you kidding me?
So now, and I probably am missing some, but now they're ramping up the release of I think it's called Midnight. So all the people online are freaking out because obviously
Operation
like
Midnight.
the doomsday clock, if it strikes midnight, that means nuclear war is imminent.
Okay. Just a real quick. I'll give you. There's two companies that own a vast majority of the holdings in PepsiCo, and I'll give you two guesses.
and you need one.
The
BlackRock.
Yep, that's one of them.
Yeah.
And the other one is Vanguard.
No way.
Let's go. I have accounts
So-
with both of those
Our
companies.
favorite companies.
really?
Yeah, two companies we love. We have
Big
no
supporters.
You gotta be on the wrong side.
Vanguard, BlackRock, and China, dude. These are our people.
Yeah.
We like those people.
Yeah.
What do they? What
State
do they
Street can go
need from
fuck
us?
itself.
Yeah. Small business, Israel.
What?
I'm just saying the things we're against.
Yeah,
Small
fuck.
business,
You know
Israel,
me. I
ladies.
famously hate small business.
I'm saying we're pro BlackRock and Vanguard.
Oh, sure. You can be pro all that stuff.
I don't think you can be pro BlackRock
only-
and pro small
I'm
business.
pro
I think
everything.
you
I'm
can-
pro Israel and pro Palestine.
Well,
dude.
yeah, because
I'm pro-
BlackRock owns like all the small businesses. You know what I mean?
I'm prophylactic. I'm
Hey,
pro.
No.
Just kidding. Condoms
I'm
are
pro
gross.
laps, dude.
Hey, I'm protein.
Yeah, boy.
Damn nice.
Yo, dude, stop being
I'm pro.
crazy and
Pisha.
naked on our podcast.
This is the second time I've tried shorts on the podcast, and the last time it like corrupted the file. So hopefully
my
there's no like
God.
flesh curse that if
Yeah.
I'm showing too much leg that it doesn't work.
People want it.
We'll all find out together, dude.
Fuck, dude, I've been sitting like a girl.
Is your pussy sore?
Dude, my pussy hurt.
Pussy hurt.
Dang.
Your
Hell
pussy
yeah.
hurts right now?
Yeah,
that's-
dude. You want to lick it?
I think that's the last thing I had. Airships and the Mountain Dew experiences.
Dude, that's so nuts. Dude, fucking Mountain Dew's killing us all. Good thing I don't drink it. Do you like Mountain Dew?
Yeah.
No, not really.
I used to drink it. I don't drink it anymore. Surge was when Surge came out. I was heavy on Surge.
Dude, the last time I had Surge, I got stung in the head by a fucking Yellow Jacket.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a crazy lifelong association.
Dude,
Hell yeah.
fuck Yellow Jackets, dude.
My house-
Fuck those bitches.
My house was always Yellow Jackets do suck. And if they have that like weird pheromone where if you kill a Yellow Jacket, the rest of the colony comes calling
yeah.
and getting
Dude.
revenge. They're little revenge bees.
Dude, I would shrink myself down and go to war with them.
Oh, that would be
I would
sick.
fucking take their land.
What if Rick Moranis? What if Rick Moranis came back to do a Honey I Shrunk the Kids sort of sequel, but he's like, Honey, I shrunk myself down so I could go to war with
Yeah,
wasps.
it would be Honey, I Shrunk the Kids for War of the Ants.
Insect genocide.
I'll
Dude,
never
ants
forget.
are fine.
What?
It's Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Yellow
man.
Jackets,
Just,
No,
wasps.
ants actually do rule.
ants are cool as fuck.
I'll never forget. Shout out Brandon Ebert. When he was in high school, he got stung by a wasp, and the wasp died. And he went inside and he got a toothpick, and he stuck the toothpick through the wasp, and he set the wasp in his yard as a sign for all the other ones.
Hell yeah.
It's like some sort
What
of
a
Vlad
boss,
the Impaler.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a boss.
Oh,
That's
Going back to
crazy.
sodas, Surge was a little bit, but I always grew up in a squirt house.
Squirt, you were
Squirt's
squirt.
good.
We were a squirt
Squirt's
household,
real good.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
squirt
alright.
kind of rules. It's
Well,
like a more
A lot of
great.
people think it's Pete.
Dude, I was in a Fresca house.
Yeah, Fresca.
good too.
That always seems a
Fresca's-
little California to
we
me.
were
It's in its own
Fanta
category. It's in its, yeah, Fresca's like
Well, that was at my
good.
mother's. At my father's, it was Sprite and Coca-Cola guy.
Okay,
Damn.
baby.
No, dude, I remember this one time I was smoking hella weed up
He
in
was smoking
Dahlonega.
hella weed.
And I was chewing sunflower seeds, and I was kind of spitting
Smoking
them
weed
out.
and chewing seeds.
And then I
Weed and-
saw
weeds and
one of the
seed.
shells start moving, and I was like, "What's going on, dude? I got to see what's happening." And it was a line of fucking ants. They were picking up the shells.
Shales.
I don't know why I said that like my dad.
oh damn, dude.
These
What?
fuckers come over and
These
pick up all the
guys.
shells.
And they started carrying it up into this tree, and they were trying to get it in the tree,
Nice.
and they literally like U-hauled it, like turned, spun it around, twisted it, and got it inside the fucking tree. And I was just like,
Whoa.
I was like, dude, I have
Yeah.
mad
Like
respect for ants.
3-point turn, reversed it in.
Yeah, it was so beautiful. Like I
Wow.
encourage all of you to get high and spit out sunflower seeds on
Watch
the ant
ants
hills.
do
Yeah.
stuff.
Honey,
Yeah,
I
dude.
shrunk the kids to get my seed back, but now I don't know how to make them big again.
But dude,
Now they're stuck.
if I had that
my
device,
seed
I would get the seed and make it human size.
Oh shit! I want to put a bunch of Mexican jumping beans in a can of beans and see what people do when they
Do you
open
know what
them.
they are? It's really sad.
What is it?
It's an actual insect. It dies.
Damn, dude.
That's what Mexican jumping beans are?
Yeah, it's an actual bug.
It's like a bug.
Yeah, and it just fucking dies.
I hope every bug dies. I don't feel sad at all.
That's crazy, man. Bugs are cool.
Damn, dude, we need them.
We
We for
what?
sure need bees.
For
Bees,
sure.
Bees are,
Bees.
bees are fine,
bees are huge.
but I don't want any kind of like creepy crawly thing. Kill them.
Mosquito hawks rule.
Kill them all.
Scarabs are dope.
You're gonna get
Kill all the
scarabed.
scarabs.
You're gonna get scarabed, dude. You're gonna
Dude,
get
I'm scared.
Did you guys ever see Blackberry? That movie?
Oh, about the
About the
creation
movie
of
Blackberry?
About
Yeah.
the phone?
Yeah, I watched that last night.
What is it?
Blackberry, about the phone. Blackberry.
No, it sounds terrible.
It's awesome. It's got Jay Bruchel and the guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Dennis?
Dennis.
The guy who plays Dennis?
Yeah.
Glenn Howerton?
And it's awesome. It's basically like the guys who invented BlackBerry were just like nerds, and they tried to pitch their phone to this guy on the day that he got fired from his company, and so he gets fired from like this big acquisitions company, goes straight to them and it's like, let me run your company or whatever, and then gets them to put this phone together that like no one was tapped into, like essentially free internet that
Right.
was like in the airwaves or whatever. And
Beautifully explained.
yeah, free airwave internet. And yeah, they nailed it.
BlackBerry.
That's
They nailed it, but then they got crushed, but because everybody figured out what they were doing. But it was a pretty interesting story about like literally the least compelling people ever. Like they're like they're just the dumbest, nerdiest. Like the guy who Jay Baruchel's character is a spineless loser in the whole movie. But it's pretty funny. There's like a lot of funny moments in the movie.
Nice, dude. I mean, for people who are too young to remember the it was like a heavyweight fight before, long before the Android iPhone conversation. It was like, if you didn't have a BlackBerry, you weren't a serious person. It was like any person who was on the go, wheeling and dealing, professional, young professional, whatever, you had to have a BlackBerry.
I remember.
What was the enemy? Was it the Sidekick or Razor?
I don't think it was anything.
None of that. It was the
like,
smartphone.
It was sort of all of them, and then eventually the smartphone became.
I remember.
God, the Sidekick was so cool.
I remember
wanted one
when
so
like
bad.
Sidekick was fun.
the HHC
Yes.
or whatever HTC
Those are badass.
or whatever they were.
HTC phones were good.
Yeah,
I liked HTC.
So there was like a moment when I can remember being like 14 or 15 where I had the BlackBerry, had like a burnt orange BlackBerry.
Whoa.
And I took it to upgrade, and they had the new BlackBerry, but they also had like a touchscreen phone. And I remember being like, well, I'm not gonna get the one with the keyboard on it if I can get the one that I can just touch or whatever. And I upgraded to that. And then that was it.
That was, yeah.
Then I remember like seeing the new BlackBerry that one time, and it was like big and fancy and nice. Which was like, nah.
I had that pretty long. I think I had a flip phone until like 2011.
Yeah, there was a point in time where I knew you and you were holding it down pretty regular.
I didn't have a.
Fist me, dumbass.
I didn't. Oh shit. Sorry, dude. I was just reminiscing, dude, on the past when I got my first. I think it was like an iPhone 5.
I had the HTC Hero. Wonder when that came out.
Interesting. Nice. I think my first iPhone, because even after I ditched the flip phone for a second, I was a Android boy.
Oh yes.
Look at that.
I think the first iPhone I ever had was like 7.
Oh yeah.
6 or
Look
7.
at that.
That's what I had. It had a little wheelie ball down at the bottom, but it was all touch.
Wheelie ball, dude.
I know, those are badass.
Look up a Sidekick, dude. Look up
I know
Sidekick.
what a sidekick. But I had a sidekick too.
Oh, did you really? You fucking rich bitch.
Damn, dude. I'm the only person I knew that I can remember with a sidekick was, shout out to him, Brian Cubis had a sidekick early.
Yeah. Sure did.
He would just do a line at the skate park that was awesome, and then stop, put his foot on the tail, take out his sidekick, flick it, and like send out a text to some lady or whatever.
I had this
like,
too.
yeah, this dude rumor.
I had this
That's
one
so
too.
true.
I had the Envy.
That's so true.
The LG Rumor. I had this after I had the sidekick.
I would always just like come across some sort of hand-me-down phone that was fun, and the coolest one I had for a second was this. I think it may have been an HTC or something, but it was like it would slide up, and I was so fired up for the slide.
Yeah.
And then one time the homies were at the house, and I just threw it on the couch, and then forgot that I had done that, and we're like horsing around, being young.
You guys were kissing?
Virile boy. Yes. And I threw a mag light onto the couch. Totally unrelated later, and then realized that it had perfectly hit the screen
And just
destroyed it.
I may have told this
so
before,
crushed.
but I had a fun flip phone. I had this black flip phone that
I don't like how you said that.
Yeah, dude.
it had a front-facing camera, but it was in like infrared. So you could turn the camera. It was a flip phone. So you could close the phone.
You can spin the camera?
And the camera would show you on the front. It would show you in like infrared.
What?
I think I had that phone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not even talking.
But I loved this phone. And when my first girlfriend broke up with me, I threw it in the yard, and then it took me like an hour to find it, and then when I found it, I broke it in half. And then I went inside and told my mom and dad that I broke it when I threw it.
And then you punched your little brother in the head or something and gave him a concussion. You psycho.
Slammed his head.
But I was really sad, and then I couldn't get that phone again because it was too expensive or whatever. I got it on like an upgrade, so I had to like downgrade to like the shittiest to like regular flip phone.
Damn, dude. That's infrared is crazy.
It was so crazy. It looked like Predator vision.
Yeah.
When you were looking at the front-facing camera.
Callback.
Did it have nice?
Predator 2.
Did it have like an MP3 player on it too? Where
I think so. Yeah,
like-
it had like a headphone jack. It had like all kinds of stuff that a
you
lot of other
closed
phones
it,
didn't
but you
have.
could play music and it would show it on the screen.
front.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I had that phone.
Yeah.
Damn,
It ruled.
I got my
That's
first
sick.
nudes on that phone.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully she was 18.
I wasn't,
But she
But she
but
was.
she definitely was
That's tight.
not.
Hey.
Infrared. Isn't there? There's like a story about the night vision goggles. It was like early tech during Vietnam. That the first iteration, and it could just be like war stories where people.
No, they had to change the color.
They had to change it because these guys were like looking out and seeing like demonic figures
because
or
it was
something.
red.
Yeah, it was super red.
Scary.
Yeah. So they had to change it to green.
Yeah,
Scary. Now the monsters are queen.
Interesting.
crazy man.
Guys, what are we
All
doing?
right.
Hey guys, thanks for another great episode of the Heavenly Creatures.
Buy our T-shirt.
Yeah, we have T-shirts
We got
now.
T-shirts
T-shirt.
now. Buy them, please.
Absolutely.
All of the, in fact, two of the three of us are rock. I got one on, man. I got mine on.
Mine's in the
I did-
washing machine.
I did cut the bottom out of it, if I'm honest.
You did what?
I cut the bottom off of it.
What does that mean?
I just cut the bottom. I cut the hem out the bottom.
Okay.
Guys,
Is that for
please
a
buy our
reason?
stuff.
I just like it. I just like the way it
We're
looks.
donating it. We're a nonprofit.
We're a nonprofit.
Yeah,
Please,
we're a nonprofit
please let us help. Somebody.
The link will be in the description of the video. You guys see them. Back of the room tees, man.
Back of the room tees.
Absolutely. Buy 6
Crush
And
t-shirts.
they're good. They're sick. And I mean, like, we went back and forth with this guy a bunch about the quality of the t-shirts. So they're like high quality. I think they're 6 ounce,
It's like 6.5.
6.5 ounce Gildan t-shirts.
100% cotton.
100%
baby.
cotton.
Keep that bullshit
Yeah.
off your skin.
And then there's a hat that I haven't gotten to put my hands on that I want changed as well. But buy the hat before they change it, and then you'll get one of the few that are ggoing to look that way.
Few the
Collectors.
crowd, the hat.
And
Like
then
Beanie Babies.
there's a koozie, but the
Get the koozie.
hat and the shirt rock. And for sure, the shirt rock.
Yeah.
If you have any fan art, just send it to us, dude. Put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be active.
I
Be
don't-
active
Go
community.
Do you think we have fan art fans?
Please,
I don't think so.
Please send us
You don't know.
stuff.
Dude,
I think
send us stuff, man.
we're gonna
I don't know how
we're
you're
gonna
gonna do
get
that.
Cole's mom sending us in artwork.
I want knitted,
Some like cross
yeah,
stitch. What'd you say?
crocheted.
Dude, she's got a fucking cricket. She'll print out some shit.
So Crick.
Nice. I
What's
like
a
that.
cricket?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
The
about?
noisy cricket from Men in Black? That little
Nah,
I thought
dude,
you
it's
did
the
a
sport.
pet cricket.
Oh.
I'm joking. It's a machine that does crazy stuff, print stuff
Like
off.
a,
Nice.
like
Hell
a-
yeah.
okay,
That
nice.
sounds awesome.
It's
Nice.
dope.
So,
Thanks for telling us about it. Thanks for
Hey,
I had to squeeze one stutter in today.
hey, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Grab a shirt, grab a hat, grab a koozie, grab 40,000 of them.
And grab a friend.
Yeah.
Rob a bank. Do something.
Tell 3 people. Now we're at 150 subscribers, so we're officially like different people and obsessed with
Yep.
numbers. And
We're
so,
numbers people now.
So we live on that. That's
Clean comedy and numbers.
Clean comedy, endorphins, fully from like people complimenting and
I love.
Subscribing.
We keep getting more and more subscribers, and it keeps getting no easier to get to the amount of views.
Yeah,
we
that's
get
true.
from everywhere.
That's true. That's very true.
yeah. People at this point, it's just like people that love us are subscribing,
Yeah, right.
so we don't
kill
drive
ourselves.
off a bridge or something.
The only way to protect yourself from the scarabs is to drape yourself in our shirts.
That's
That's right. These
Yep.
are scarab-proof shirts.
The only way to protect yourself is to protect other people.
Yeah.
And we're those other people.
protect
Thank
us, please.
So protect us now in this time, because when the times get hard, you're going to want us
These shirts are
to protect
bulletproof.
you.
That's right.
You won't lose your house.
Protect yourself.
you're
protect
safe.
us.
Eric Scott, if you don't buy a t-shirt, I'm not protecting you.
The
That's
economy
right.
is good right
Who
now.
else?
Dude,
Listen,
it's so good.
Drew Bieber, if you don't buy a shirt, I mean, not that you need it, but I'm not going to protect you.
That's true.
These are, who else watches the podcast?
Protect yourself by protecting
That's
us.
about it.
Protect your neck.
Protect your neck.
Eric Scott has
Wu-Tang.
150 YouTube accounts.
Maybe that's it. Maybe our whole entire thing is just Eric and Drew.
It's just-
Guys, we love the dedication. Make 150 more. Let's go.
Let's go.
Love you long time. This has been another episode of the Beautiful Losers Podcast, the official podcast for
Losers.
poetic gas station attendants.
And also, we're joking.
Yeah, especially all that stuff about Israel. We love those guys. God bless. Bye.